Edward, you got a Toyota Corolla. Tell us what's going on with it.
Yeah, 2016 Toyota Corolla. I have it since new, and it's about 45,000 miles on. I have no trouble. Does it have a fuel filter, and where is it at?
Yeah, Ed, it does have a fuel filter, and this is one of those things we get questioned on quite often on newer vehicles. The fuel filter is actually part of the fuel pump assembly that is inside your gas tank. And
no kidding.
Yeah. And what it does is...
So you have to take the fuel pump out to change the filter.
You certainly would.
No kidding.
But, it's like this. Usually, if your filter becomes restricted on a vehicle like that or on these newer fuel-injected cars, you will have some drivability issues. And when you would take it into a shop, we would do a fuel pressure test and a volume test on your car, and that would show us if there was a restriction in the filter or not. But it's really funny. Some vehicles you'll have filters seem like they'll get restricted on those in-tank filter systems, and then some of them will just about last the life of the vehicle. So you don't really know exactly. But to be honest with you, Ed, there's really not a replacement interval as far as maintenance goes on any of these vehicles for fuel filters. I guess the manufacturers expect you just to drive them until they either plug up or the fuel pump module goes bad, and then it gets replaced at that time. So as far as preventative maintenance, we do have quite a few people that actually have those filters replaced just because they don't want to take any chances. But it's in some cases you got to drop the fuel tank out of the car in order to be able to replace them. So in a case like this, if you're mostly using the car for around town, stuff like that, it probably really wouldn't be worth, too awful much to worry about it, because it would give you somewhat of a warning because of drivability if it was to become restricted. But like I said, I've seen some of them last, pretty much the life of the vehicle. So, as long as they're there and doing their job, I don't think I'd worry too awful much about it. But Ed, we do appreciate